Hello, friend. Today I'm going to be talking about my week 4 update of pre-licensing class. Last week I recorded one, but the audio was just so bad and I ended up getting a new phone. And so, wow, the quality is just, technology is amazing. So anyway, today I'm going to be talking about how things are going and also what types of content we're actually learning in class, because before I started this pre-licensing class I had no idea what we were going to actually learn. And so I'm going to go through just every subject that we're learning about, so if you are interested in becoming a real estate agent you'll kind of know what to expect, or if you're just a normal human being in the world, you will learn a little bit about what we actually learn in preparation to become a realtor. So pre-licensing classes are going super well. This past week we jumped up to 4 times a week of class instead of the 3 that we previously had. And actually next week we get to start going into the classroom to learn in person, which will be awesome. And I feel like that will really help, especially as we get closer to the end of the classes, to be able to study in person. Also, I was able to schedule my exam, my real estate licensing exam. Unfortunately, they did not have any dates available until July 29th. So I won't be taking it until July 29th, which is really frustrating because I wanted to just like take it, get it done, you know, keep going. But that gives me like a whole month to study, which will be good, maybe a little stressful because I can't just get it over with, but it'll be okay. So that'll give me more time to create more studying content, I guess, and also just really invest in making sure I pass it on the first time. Okay, so what types of content are we learning in our 60-hour course of pre-licensing? Sorry, there's a bug. So I have my marvelous schedule here of all of the classes that I will have taken by the end of this. And I'm just gonna go through each subject and read off the subject names so you kind of get an idea of the scope of our learning. So we started back at the end of May with learning Iowa Code, which is the Iowa license laws. Then we had math and legal, which was mostly descriptions of land and that sort of math, like acreage, miles, etc., how to describe land. We did more Iowa Code. We did a lot of Iowa Code. Then we did property ownership, like the different types of estates you can have, and how that works. We did encumbrances, which are basically liens against a piece of property, like a mortgage lien or, you know, something else like that, that would hinder you from maybe selling that property. And then we had property management, which I won't personally be doing, but if you were a property manager for an apartment or something like that, we learned all the laws that are associated with that. We went over contracts and what's included on a contract, the different types of contracts, etc., what makes a contract legal and not. We went over agency, which is the fiduciary relationship between a client and a broker or salesperson. We went over fair housing, which was very interesting to learn about the history of racial injustice in the real estate industry over the course of our nation's history, especially with everything going on right now with the racial injustice and the Black Lives Matter movement. It's very fitting that we're learning about fair housing, and sort of learning about when things were actually made a little bit more equal in our country. So it's interesting for me to learn about that in our current society. Then we learned about finance. That's kind of where we are right now. We're between finance 1 and finance 2. And this is the part that is what I thought would be very stressful. I'm doing okay so far, but it's math. It's math. Learning about loan rates and different financing options and different kinds of mortgages. There are so many kinds of mortgages. I had no idea. And all of that sort of thing. Then the last 2 weeks will include going over CMA and appraisals, which CMA is a current market analysis. An appraisal is somebody judges the worth of your house, the value of your house, I should say. Then we'll go over title and transfer, the actual title or the deed of your house, the deed transfer. And then we'll loop back to Iowa Code again, hit that up again to really make sure we know our state laws. And then the last week is just practice test taking. So we'll do a lot of tests, a lot of reviews for like 4 days straight. And that takes us up to like 4th of July weekend. Then I'll have a couple of weeks take my 12-12-12 classes, which is 3 courses that are each 12 hours long. Those go over listing practices, buying practices, and then ethics and professionalism. Each of those are 2 days of 6-hour courses each. So that leads up into the end of July, ends on the 28th, and then on the 29th, I'll take my exam, and then I'll be done with all of my pre-licensing things. Hopefully I will apply and get my license very quickly. Then I'll be able to start work, which is really exciting. So that's sort of an overview of what a person might learn in their pre-licensing courses. And maybe I hope that helps. Bye.